In this video, I will show you how to use Firecrawl to turn any type of website into a LLM ready data. If you want to create some sort of a database, or if you just want to use it in a workflow, maybe personalize the email outreach, you can do that here. You will learn it in this video, and it is open source, so you have some free credits, 500 credits, which is a lot. So yeah, you just click here and let's get started straight away. It will send you through a playground. But first, let's get to n8n, because we will be doing a workflow with n8n, and let's try out getting a HTTP request normally without the Firecrawl. So let's do HTTP request, some sort of a website. I have here motivational quotes. We'll be scraping quotes. Okay, let's test the step, and it will not work, obviously, because the website has some sort of a protection, and it will see it is just a automation that is trying to get the information from it. So most of the time something like this will come up to you. That is why we use the Firecrawl. And even if it would have worked, it will be the same stuff. It would come out looking like this. So that is why you want to use Firecrawl, and this just doesn't work. So let's get to playground. Here we want to do extract. Try this extract beta in playground. Okay, now once we are here, what we want to do is just send over some sort of a prompt with the URL. So scrape or extract all of the quotes and authors from this website, and we will send over our website straight away. Great, now it will generate parameters that we will use later. Great, so we have everything set up, but what we can do is just try it out on its own without the n8n workflow. But we want to delete this stuff, for this try, because what basically this does is it will scrape all of these websites with this n8n. So basically first page, second page, third page, fourth page, fifth page, it will automatically scrape everything. We don't want that right now, it is just a tryout. So let's run a test. Wait a few seconds. Now it is still a beta, so there may be some mistakes, but it is pretty good. Okay, so we basically got 60 quotes, and it came out in this JSON parameters. But we cannot use this right now in any type of automation. It is just from the website. We can have it raw or formatted, but this is no help to us right now. You can just copy it and send it over somewhere, but that's too manual, I would say. We want to automate stuff. So how can we automate this? Well, let's go to n8n. We basically have to delete this HTTP request, send over another one. So HTTP request. Okay, now it will be a post method. Now let's get to Firecrawl. Let's get to documents, and we want to go to features, extract. Here we can see that when you use this, then it will scrape all of the pages in the domain. So if it has the same domain, it will search up for more pages, like 1, 2, 3, like I showed you before. Okay, now what we want to do is just copy this example usage. We want to copy it as curl, not as Python or Node. These are too confusing, and this might look scary, but don't worry, you just copy it, you don't have to do anything with this. And now once we do this, we'll import it here. Great. Okay, now what you need to do is, you see this authorization, bearer, and your API key. So you come to, again, playground, you go to dashboard. I should have saved this, so let's just duplicate this. Okay, now we go to dashboard. You go to API keys, and you create your API key, or you just copy one. Okay, now we send it over here. then let's check out the JSON that came out basically. Okay, so we have URLs that it would normally scrape. We want to delete this, but keep these two things here. I don't know what it's called in English. And here we basically want to post the address that we want to scrape. So we'll just post it here. Okay, the prompt, we again want to take it away and send over this prompt right here. Our prompt from Firecrawl. And guys, I'm sorry, there will be a lot of running back from website here, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, then the schema, we have to delete the schema because we have a different prompt, different website, so we have to delete the schema and send over a different schema. Now we want to delete everything from these two dots. Let's delete it. Go to Firecrawl. Here we have our own schema of the website we want to scrape, so we have to do just JSON view. Now copy this stuff. Okay, and if we would send it over right here, it will not work. The test will be false, and that is because Firecrawl likes to change the JSON a bit, and it most of the time doesn't work. So I will show you. Let's test this step, and we can see JSON parameters needs to be valid. So don't get all scared up. You don't have to change this yourself. You just copy it, go to ChatGPT, log in. ChatGPT is open source and for free, so you can do this anywhere, anyhow you like. Choose a temporary chat because you don't need to have this saved up, and just send over the JSON, fix this JSON. Okay, now what it will do is just put some spaces in between this. Okay, now it did fix it. So let's send it over to our workflow again from these two dots. Great, now if we test this step, it didn't fix it. Oh, it did fix it, but I just forgot to delete this stuff. Yeah, I got quite lost now. Sorry about that. Now it should work. Okay. So what came out is success true, so basically we would have false or true here, and then the ID of the scrape that we did. This will be really important now because we want to get the response. Let's just rename this as extract, great, and go over to right here. We want to do another HTTP request. Great, now this will be a GET request. Let's go back to our Firecrawl documents. So here, open the docs. Okay, extract. Let's go down a bit, and we basically want to copy this right here, the GET request. Send it over. Import curl, and you just send it over. Great. So now what we can see is we have to do a dash, or I don't know what this is called, and send over the JSON ID. Pretty simple. You just do this because we can see it in the documentation. This is how we should do it. Get HTTP, etc. Extract dash or this thing, and extract ID. So we have that. Now we have to create headers, authorization. So send headers and authorization, name authorization. You can do this much easier, by the way. I will show you straight away how to do this in a much simpler steps. So you know what, let's do it that way. So you can just delete this whole heading, create authentication, generate credential type, go to header auth, and create new credential. Name is authorization. And as we saw right here, sorry about that, the value is bearer and your API key. So let's send it over. Bearer, expression, bearer and your API key. So again, you just copy it from Firecrawl, your API key. Let's save it. Now you've got the credentials here without actually having to do anything. Let's rename it as Firecrawl credentials. Now, of course, you can use this in the last HTTP request as well. So let's just delete this stuff, send headers. Great, let's test the step. Oh, yeah, I see what was the problem. Authorization. I wrote the authorization name wrong, so yeah. Okay, now when we put the output, it will basically come out like this. And we've got 59 quotes. Well, 60, but computers count from 0. So we have the authors and the quotes right here. Everything came out really great. But what sometimes can happen, I mean, this would be helpful enough, but sometimes it can happen that you have right here data empty and status will be in process. So we'll have to wait a few seconds. That is what we are going to do right now. So let's create a if bracket. By the way, this template I have from n8n, this workflow, I just saw it from him and I wanted to show you guys as well. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So value will be data, and it is a object. Data is not empty. Okay, so when data is not empty, it will be false, and we want to do true. So true or not, I'm not sure. Let's test it out. Okay, so we want to do false. False, we will do wait. I mean, this is a live bit, I'm sorry, I'm doing some mistakes, but that happens. So we want to do wait 5 seconds or whatever time you want to wait, then HTTP request again, and it will do this little loop. But the problem we may have is right now we have here json.id, but if we are pulling it from the wait node, there is nothing like json.id. We will have to pull in, let's do this stuff differently. We'll basically have to change this and put here 2 brackets. We have to change the JSON. Okay, now here from extract, extract dot JSON dot item dot JSON dot ID. Great, now it will work even through the wait node. Okay, yeah, I mean, we will not try it out because it came out good, but yeah, you understand. And if it is true, you can just make another workflow from it, like set files, etc. And this is basically a first workflow, and tomorrow I will help you build another workflow, which will be personalized email or some sort of a outreach with this exact Firecrawl workflow. You can get this whole thing as a template in my web community down in the description. It is for free. Let me show you how to do it. You just search up WOP. I have my WOP right here. Okay, wait a few seconds. You will go to learn. You have all sorts of things in this community. You have bounties where you can make $1,500 from just simple stuff. You go to templates. You search up the template. You click on it. It will basically download straight away. Then you go to the workflow and you go to import file. Super simple, guys. Again, I appreciate you watching till now and have a great day. Bye bye.